Well, I got 10,000 things to do today. I probably won't get many of them done, but we are on the eve of this country's 250th birthday. Awesome. I will get to see Tricynical. This is the last one. But, anyway, it's 2.5. I guess that counts, right? But, I was a baby when we did the 200. So, here we are. The babies today will get to see our Tricynical. But one of the main projects I need to work on is I need to work on getting fence posts planted so that we can get chickens moved. I need to work on this grass. This yard is terrible. It's 155,000 feet deep, and it's going to be 110,000 degrees. Okay, so I exaggerated those numbers a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to be working out on the fence row. And I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach. Let me take you out here and kind of walk you through what my idea is. So here, from this corner to that post, I need to put a fence in here. What I've been doing is taking this sheet metal and I've been burying it in the ground. About 6 to 8 inches deep or so. And what I've been doing individually is I've been putting in fence posts individually and then digging around them. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig the trench and then set the post. And once I set the post, then I can backfill what I need to do for the dirt. But that's my plan. This is going to be like the most important project. My number one thing I did wrong is when I built this thing, I didn't level out this dirt pile, this chip pile, whatever. So now I got the consequences of that. But this part right here, I'm going to put hardwood cloth in there. So what I'll do is I'll bury the hardwood cloth down underneath the dirt. That won't be hard. Now I'll put a board across the bottom to support the hardwood cloth, like a sandwich board. A board on the inside, board on the outside, and a sandwich in between it. That's what I'm trying to say. I did buy some cheap boards and used that. So, yeah. What I need to do is I need to get my string, put my line in there where I want it, and then I can work on it. Anyway, so this is like the most important project, I think. There's other things I need to do, but that's what I need to work on. So what I'll do is I'll take this pile of 1x, and this is mostly oak. I'll take this and cut it down to strips, like 2 3/8 or almost 3 inches wide. I'll cut them into strips, and I'll use it to frame in the fence. That way I don't have to tension the fence. But my project right now at this moment is to work on the fence around the chicken coop, because I got to get the birds out of the coop. The ducks are going to need to have the coop, and I need to get the chickens and the turkeys out of the coop. So, yeah, that way we could probably run the ducks back into the brooder at night and then bring the chickens in. That's what we probably can do until I actually get everything done. All right. Alright, so you really can't see it because the sun ain't shining, right? But I actually have a straight line between the post and the shed, the coop now. Now you can see it. Well, yeah, you can see it. There we go. Let's see if you can see it there. Yeah, I can't see it because reflection is a thing. But anyway, that right there is a straight line. So, now I'll dig a little trench. between the posts. And then I'll work on getting some posts set up. Okay. In one of my other videos, I talked about some of this grass I thought was fescue, and it grows in clumps. Well, can't really show it to you now because I'm in on another project, but this is the stuff I'm talking about right here. It grows in a clump. And I can take a shovel and dig that up, and it's just a big, massive clump. And it doesn't cut very well with the weed eater. If you got a regular riding mower, you can get it down to where it makes a pretty yard. But yeah, if you don't cut it regular, and it just grows up in a bunch like that right there, you go to cut it down, it's just gonna leave a clump, and then there's gonna be spaces in between it that are just naked dirt. You can kind of see where some of that clump didn't get cut when I weed eated. So you can see how the ground is naked around it. But I got other stuff in there too. I don't know what that is. But when I dig this trench, and that right there, that area right there, I had it covered up with a piece of that coordinated metal. If you want to kill grass, and you got some of this right here, lay it down. It'll kill it. Especially in summertime when the heat's beaming down on it. It'll just literally cook this stuff. So, yeah, I wish I'd laid it down all the way down through here over the last couple of weeks. It'd be easier to clean this up. But oh well. Life don't have to be easy to be fun. Alright. So we're trying the duck enclosure again. So they're giving a little grass time, dirt time. Yesterday when we did this, they waited till she wasn't looking, then they escaped. So we're going to see what happens now. Yeah, me standing here, they probably won't try to escape. But we gave them water. And we'll see. We ended up with 13 of these little critters. It's part of the reason why I got to get this thing, this coop, this run together. So far, they made their attempt. They may be waiting on their buddy to show them. We'll see. Alright, so I got a weak spot over here I got fixed. Hang on a minute. There, weak spot fixed. Maybe. Yeah, it's working. So far, it's working. We got that black rubber pan. We might want to put that in there for a duck pond. I don't know.
I don't know. I lost count.
2, 2, 4. Yeah, I lost count too.
There should be 10 out there.
Yep. All right. Now we'll give them a little shade.
You get that in. Because this here has to go to the house.
Okay. Are you gonna cover it up like this? Okay. Alright.
That way the cats can't get them.
Alright, so now they're covered up. They got a little bit of fresh air, kind of, sort of. Some grass. There we go. Alright, so it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon now. It's still kind of hot out here, but not as bad as it was. I got 2 posts cut in. Get ready to sit down. This is an 8-foot stick. So, by that measure, I'm too far this way. I don't need that post to be anywhere near there. I need it to be over about 6 foot. Split this in half. I think that'd be better than sticking one there. So I got one more hole to cut. And then, like I said, I'll sit these posts and sit concrete in them. So that's what I got going on. Well, the whole yard needs to be mowed. But I'm just going to mow this patch right here. Because I usually sit the table saw right there for cutting. And tomorrow morning is my plan. Tomorrow morning I'm planning to rip these down to make slats from the fence over there. So I'm going to mow this little bit over here. And I found out yesterday, Mrs. convinced me to try it, and I did. It works better with the bag, the catch bag. So I ain't trying to shoot it at the side anymore. I'm trying to get it in the bag. It seems to work better that way. Of course, it would work a whole lot better if I didn't have to mow a hayfield every time I cut grass. But it's life. Let me show you what I got going on with the fence. So this is what I got going on here. Got these 3 posts set. Got concrete in them. So they'll be dry in the morning. And especially by the time I get out here and get to really working on it. And what I'll do is I'll set my sheet metal down on the outside of it. And I shouldn't have to do a whole lot with this trench to get it, fairly level. And then, of course, take all the bracing off the post. But I've got it all the way ready. From that post, around that post, down to the building. Now, my idea on this is this part of this over here, I'll put hardwood cloth in there. Of course, I'll bury it, but and put boards across the bottom and so forth. But I'll put hardwood cloth over here. Now, the missus may have a different idea, and if she does, then, she may want me to just go solid. I can go solid. It don't matter. But I got a little bit of mowing to do. I'm not going to mow a whole lot. But, yeah, that's what we're going to do with this. Just a little bit here cut. This stuff here, I don't know what it is. I don't like to cut, though, when it's tall, especially. And these things, the grass itself is relatively, soft compared to some of it, but you do have to walk over it a couple of times because those stalks don't like to cut. But it looks all right. It's a little bit of yard mode. I got a lot more to mow, but not today. And for this little bit here, as deep as it was, I used half a battery. I'm down to 2 bars. So, this is a Suburbanite machine. It would really work if you keep your yard mowed and you don't have no wild stuff going on. But I got a 40-hour week, and I'm like the only one out here that can mow. One of them is allergic to grass. Another one can't handle the heat very well. So it's me. And if I'm coming in from work, yeah, I don't do real good with heat either. So anyway, there we go. Got that little bit mowed. Got this down here to mow. Got the front to mow and the back to mow. But I got this little bit mowed. And then I can pull the table saw out and rip those boards tomorrow morning. Well, the sun is setting behind me. And Didn't get a whole lot of grass cut, but I was talking about weeds I've got in a couple videos. I don't know what it's called. I thought it was Johnson grass. It clumps up too, but it's not a bad clump. It's pretty easy to cut it down. It's all over the place, but it's pretty easy to cut down. It's that stuff I think is fescue. Now that thing is a tree trunk. All right, folks. One last shot at the sunset. Peace, guys.